the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Cousins on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Good route here. 56 to Mark, boy. 56.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And he's able to find Diggs. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Breeze now on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Michael Thomas, who turned 26 in March, now the league's highest paid wideout, signing a 5-year, $100 million extension in late July that will run through 2024.
He's the highest paid non-quarterback ever, though we know as far as these things go, that could change quickly in the league, but still a huge contract for him and deserved. 125 catches last year, led the NFL, 5th highest total in league history. Not bad for a guy that when he played Little League football, he's one of the guys that, you know, the coach said, okay, who hasn't played yet? Because everyone has to play a minimum number of plays. That's what he was doing when he was in Little League football. Now he's one of the best receivers in the NFL.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. This will be fielded at the 17.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 36. Hey, easy. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Breeze going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shamar Stephen. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
55. Delta. Get the ball.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You better break.
Throwing is Cousins. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that
yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to them a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal.
And got his man complete. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Throwing, Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Cousins now from the 50. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. That's 48. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me. Yo, Jim. Mike, hey, Alpha. 56.
Now Cousins. Stepping up, and the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Cousins on the keeper.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Vikings 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
65. Hey, easy. 65.
Breeze now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, easy. All day, defense, all day.
Throwing now is Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
Breeze. Intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Opposite. You think you gonna get that? Hey, orbit. You think you gonna get that? 54.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Show it up. Check three. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Check.
Cousins on the keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Hey, watch number 33.
Cousins to throw it this time. Left side caught by Diggs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Play fake. Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, Jahan!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Big stop, let's go!
They run it again with Cook. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. Again, officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another hit.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. One final try here for Breeze. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.